Alright, this is it. This is part 4. If you guys haven't seen part 1, you guys can click right here. That's the beginning of the story. Okay, so where I left you was my coach went to this mysterious location. There was a bench, there was a little black bag, and that's where I left you guys because I heard about it on Twitter all week long. What's in the bag? You're driving me crazy. I'm gonna tell you what was in the bag after this phone call. I'm doing my video and I was just about to say what was in the black bag and you called. So he goes, he opens up the black bag, and inside the black bag, and boom, it's our passports. Yes, okay, good. At least we have our passports back, meaning we can now get home, which is great. Our money and our cell phones were never returned at this point. Meanwhile, all the players are getting together, we're all talking. It's a little suspicious that all of our stuff go missing from a hotel that was not yet paid for. And this hotel used keys, so if you locked your key in your room, there was one master key that only the hotel manager had. To this day, we all think that the hotel manager was the guy that went in our rooms and stole everything. Right after the phone call ended, the manager was like super interested in what just happened. So we're all talking, and before my coach got back, there was this kid, and it was the same kid that got kind of toyed with at the strip club. That sounds bad. That can mean a lot of things. He screwed over. Okay, he lost all his money at the strip club. Same kid. And I remember I felt really bad for him because he was freaking out. He was freaking out. He's like, we're not gonna get back. And I was kind of like,
listen, man, I promise you'll be fine. You're gonna get back.
Now, the reason I felt bad for him was because his dad was diagnosed with cancer right before we left for the trip, and he wasn't doing so well. So the coach gets back, plops the black bag on the table.
We've got good news. Our passports have been returned.
And to this day, I still don't know who took our passports or how they ended up there. It's a very confusing portion of the story for me, just because I don't know why our passports ended up across town. But there's a funny twist. So the bench that the black bag was found on top of was outside of a hotel. Now this hotel just so happened to be the same hotel that Vic was staying at. That's all I know. That's all I know as to why maybe our passports ended up there. Other than that, I've got no idea.
The bad news is none of the money or cell phones were returned, so yeah.
There was such chaos at this moment because everybody was trying to email home to tell their parents what was going on. A lot of the parents did reach out to the media to tell them what was going on. So after that, the coach then gets a bundle that he had, says,
guys, I've got your tickets home. You know what, guys, I'm gonna give you your tickets now so you guys can plan and schedule and know when we're leaving and all that stuff.
Then we had to drive all the way back to Paris. We were flying out of Paris to go back to Toronto, or so we thought. So I get my ticket, I'm like,
okay, great, finally I got a ticket. There is hope that I'm going home at this time. Huh, that's weird. The airport code here says AMS. That's not Toronto, because Toronto is YYZ. Great. I'm going to Amsterdam.
Yes, this is true. I got sent to Amsterdam with one other kid. Half the team got sent to Toronto early. The other half got sent later. And then there were 3 kids that had to stay an extra night in Paris with no accommodations. Luckily, one of the fathers on the team decided just to put up money and put them up in a hotel because there was nothing that anybody could do at this point. We had no money, so.
This is weird. Why am I going to Amsterdam? I'm sorry, I live in Toronto.
Yeah, so when you get to Amsterdam, you're gonna have to see an Air Canada person, and they're gonna get you on a flight to Toronto.
Okay, wow. Really? I gotta hope that I get on a flight to Toronto, because as of right now, this is a one-way trip to Amsterdam. I don't know why.
We all get to the airport. We say our goodbyes. Now keep in mind, we haven't slept. We had Wine Fest, and then we had this commotion about our passports being stolen, so I haven't slept in almost 2.5 days. So I do this thing before I get on airplanes. I take half a gravel. If it's a long plane that I want to sleep on, it makes you go to sleep. So we get to Amsterdam.
Okay. Great, we're in Amsterdam.
We go to the Air Canada desk, we're like,
hi, we are 2 kids that were in Paris playing hockey, but weren't playing hockey. We need a flight back to Toronto. We were told to come see you.
Oh, okay, yeah, can I see your ticket, please?
Yeah, no, you're hearing us wrong. We don't have a ticket to Toronto. We were told to come to you to get one.
Huh. Not sure why that would happen, but let's check it out.
I swear it was like 20 minutes of just straight this.
Oh, okay, great, yeah, we got you guys on here. Your flight leaves in 6 hours.
6 hours? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Jeez, 6 hours.
So me and this kid go find this like area of the airport where nobody's sitting because there was no flights out of this gate. I couldn't stay awake. Because I took the Gravol, I hadn't slept in so long, I just remember sitting there just going like this. And it was literally a challenge to keep my eyes open. I couldn't do it. So I was like,
Okay, you know what? I need to wake up. I'm gonna go for a walk. Be right back, man.
As we go to the bathroom, the one and only Prince walks by. Now he was surrounded by a bunch of security, but he walked by me. So me and this kid get off the flight, get our bags, and we get out. I see my parents, I go home, I turn on the news. Poof, breaking news all over the place. A Canadian hockey team scammed in Europe arrives home, and it interviewed the players that I played with. Now, here's the thing about this. There was a guy on our trip that was from the corporation that organized the entire hockey tournament. We questioned him multiple times, and whenever we did, he got extremely defensive, said,
Back up, I'm being scammed too. I don't know what's going on.
so naturally, he was a person of interest from the cops who were waiting when we all landed. Now right there, that is the whole Paris story, but that's not the outcome. What happened afterwards was, he ended up going to court. We got $0 back for our trip. I didn't see a cent of that money back. If you guys want to research this story and the legitimacy of it, you can search Ontario Central Scouting. Now this was a corporation that quickly shut down after this trip. In fact, the website was pulled, everything. So that is the biggest story that has probably ever happened to me, which is why I decided to make this a 4-part story. This isn't clickbait, this is all legit. This is what happened from a guy that was on the trip. If you guys have questions about it, tweet me your questions at TheDanocracy. If you guys enjoyed this series, please give this video a thumbs up so I know that you guys want more story times. Also, subscribe to this channel so you know when I do a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you staying with me for 4 parts of this story, and I'll see you in my next video. See you guys later.